It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Tonight we wrap up an intriguing Week 2 with a good Monday night matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Philadelphia Eagles. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. Fields it right around the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Come on. Mike 54. Mike 54.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Our game here, the Vikings and Eagles, the second of 2 on this Monday night. The Titans and Bills kicked off a little over an hour ago up in Buffalo. And this, our only Monday night doubleheader of the season, but rumor is might have a few more for 2023.
On play action, it's Minshew. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
Devontae Smith's workload certainly didn't get any lighter going from being a Heisman Trophy winner at Alabama to his first year with the Philadelphia Eagles. 104 targets as a rookie, and his 916 yards, they were the most for a Philly wideout since 2015. They go to him there for a first down.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Another run here with Sanders. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line. The Eagles at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener, and now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run with Sanders up the middle.
And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Minshew sets to throw.
He's going to drop this down to Sanders.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
On 4th down, Minshew. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and this defense holds on the night's opening drive. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, this defense for the Eagles, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on.
Now Cook hit, and he lost the football.
And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again. Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Minshew. And this one's incomplete. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
Dancing to his left. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 33. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
Now Cousins.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Cousins to throw it. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 56 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. They run it again with Cook. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. On 2nd down, Cook. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 32. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. This goes out wide from Madison. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw, Cousins sliding out of the pocket. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Cook will take this into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. At the line, this Philly offense set to go. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe you give him a couple easy throws that he can complete, and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They'll go again with Sanders. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Throwing on first down is Minshew. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, 2nd and short.
I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Looking to throw it. Minshew. Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Here's Minshew. He's got Smith here. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on 4th down. Give them 11 on the gain there, and it'll be a Philadelphia first down. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Sanders. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Open, and he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. Devontae Smith, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have retaken the lead. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They'll give it to the fullback up the middle.
An unsuccessful attempt at the 2-point conversion. And it was a triple option play. And they chose option 1, handing it to the fullback. And that's not normal.
And sometimes you just miss your read key, right?
Yeah, I think so. And sometimes they actually call that, thinking that maybe everyone will bypass the fullback going out to the tailback or the quarterback. But in this case, they overwhelmed him and stopped him.
And he returns this to the 22. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, and they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. They run again on 1st down. Cook. It was T.J. Edwards who brought him down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Cook. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Running for it, here's Cook. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Cook up the gut. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
That is caught by Thielen. Touchdown, Vikings. Thielen with career touchdown number 60, as his guys have now moved out in front. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 2. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, second down. The last run got 3, now here's 2nd and 7. They'll set up a throw. It's caught by Sanders. Touchdown, Eagles! Miles Sanders, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Eagles have yet again retaken the lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. First down, here's Cousins. And this one complete to Smith. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
A first down throw for Cousins. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Ezra Cleveland, the guard, called for the penalty there. Cook following the penalty. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. 4th down, field goal try coming, so Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph for Minnesota. That's headed right. It's no good. He misses wide of the upright, and the deficit will stay at 2 field goals.
Yeah, it's been a disappointing first half for him, all things considered, and this can serve as the capper. It's a missed field goal in the late going, and that's only going to serve to lessen the mood even further.
They'll throw now on the final play. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So the long field goal attempt winds up awry, and we have reached the intermission. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
57 is the mic. Rock 57.
Now Cousins. They'll roll him out right. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action. Cousins. He'll buy some time right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down. Throwing, Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 51 yards. And the Vikings have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the third. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And he'll be set up a good field position here as he gets this up past the 40-yard line.
With all the specialization we have in this great game, at some point the head coach is going to take charge of every group. And I think at halftime, he spent a little time with the special teams coach, said, look, you've got to find a way to get us a big play to help us get back into this.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Chandon Sullivan. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It's a big one now. It's a big one.
Well, partner, this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick 6 from earlier in this game?
Fields it right around the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Right back to Sanders on first down. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. 95 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Straight ahead, it's Gainwell. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Minshew. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. And they'll try and run for it with Gainwell. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot. And on that play, they were able to stop him short of a first down.
And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Out of the gun is Minshew. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. Touchdown! Devontae Smith with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Eagles have come back to make it a 2-point game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. They start the drive with Cook. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Cousins buying time to his left. And I think the ball's out. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the third quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. From the 30 on 2nd down, Minshew. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. 30 yards. And the Eagles take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. Elliott now to add the extra point. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Elliott on for the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Vikings now to start their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Looking to throw on second down. Cousins eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. And give him a gain of 37.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
Here's Madison running on first down. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
2nd and 5 now. Cousins escaping the pressure right. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. Cousins. Now they go screen. It's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 155 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They run it again with Cook. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. As a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Here's Cousins. Rolling to his right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, what a catch by Smith. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now back to throw. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Cousins gives way to Cook and takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
To throw is Cousins. Sliding out of the pocket. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
The Vikings send out their punter, and surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. That's returnable now for Smith. A pretty good return, all things considered, but holding.
I agree with you totally. It's actually a return that they were going to be very proud of. But when you end up holding and bringing it back, now your offense has to start a little bit deeper in their own territory.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 11 now. Minshew under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. It's caught. Smith. There he goes, right side. The 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, 66 yards. And the Eagles are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Now Minshew has it knocked out. Fumble.
And this belongs to the Vikings.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
No, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
Following the fumble recovery. Strong, forced out to his left. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by James Bradbury.
And the Eagles force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
And the tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film, he'll see that he already escaped the pocket. He could have gotten more himself by using his legs, and that might have been the better choice there instead of challenging the zone.
And Minshew with nowhere to go, and they take him to the ground.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw here. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
To throw on second down. Strong. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.